Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome to Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Yeah, it's been about a week or so since I finished God of War 3. Well, maybe less than a week since you guys have actually watched the last part of it. And in that time, if you couldn't tell, I was trying to do some lore videos on Middle-earth. And I noticed after I uploaded them that the sound is very low, or soft. I'll try and see if I can fix that if I do any other future videos. But here we are, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Oh, I wanted to play this, but I wanted to do those lore videos and get those out of the way first. That way, like I said, in case any of those names or terms show up in future videos, you at least have some recollection of what they mean. So, here we are. Taking place during the 60-year gap between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, it tells the story of a ranger of the Black Gate who tries to take down Sauron's orc army from within. Originally released in 2014 for the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC, the cast includes Troy Baker as Talion, Alistair Duncan as the Wraith, Claudia Black as Lady Marwyn, and Nolan North as the Black Hand of Sauron. So without further ado, let's jump in and slay some orcs. And let's see if I can make this a little bit brighter. See if I go right here. I do not see any icon on this screen. Let's see what the game is like. Let's put it here for now. We'll see how that goes. Still looks a little dark on my screen, but it looks fine on my TV. We'll see how this goes. And if I have to, I'll change it later. Yes, please. Okay. Sound.
My hands are sweating. Why don't he just show himself?
I think that's good. Game settings. No, do not invert. Those seem okay. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by a last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the Rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow and flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
is a perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. It'll take a lot more than that. Dear Hyle, the mighty chicken killer. Come on. Come on. Show your father what you have, huh?
Hold on. I just want to check the... There we go.
My hands are sweating. Why don't he just show himself? Oops.
Okay. See how that goes. I'm sorry. Sometimes it sounds like my TV like muffles the sounds or something, like they blend over each other. And yet my recording seems to be okay. So, okay. Back to training.
You'll have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
Hard enough?
Parry, son. Don't forget to block.
As you should not forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear Hyle. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
Oh, you. See right there, I could barely hear what they were saying.
I'll have your
I'm guessing all this loading is because this is what happens when you do it on last gen.
My blade shall rest in your
Okay, I'm gonna turn down... No, I do not want to quit. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit more. Sound effects a little bit more. This is an exciting video, isn't it?
Dear Hyle, remember your training!
Father, they charge faster than I can strike!
Stand fast, dear Hyle!
Nope. Nope. Dang it.
Remember, son, lunge deep and cut deeper!
There we go.
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen.
They're not orcs, they're lyrics. Far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go. Am I dead?
Unbanished from death.
Yeah, I'm guessing loadings because this is PS3.
But on your road, let's not forget the love I have for you. Dance on beaches in Amphalos, sleep in moonlit fields of view. May you cross another golden age with preciousness free-flowing, with halfling elves and dwarves engage, their wisdom on you bestowing.
Happy anniversary, Mother.
Alien, this is beautiful. Where did you find it?
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
Yes, I did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Here I will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
Not now. But soon.
I'm just so tired of hiding here, Talion.
We must hide now, or we are both dead. Come on.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
We should be a fight instead of riding tombs that slave. It stinks of dark flesh. Dead talk. Delicious. Stop feasting! We must return to battle!
Put the sword down, Ranger. The Black Hand wants him alive! Take her! He will live.
I'm right here, son. I'm right here. You're it.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
See for yourself. Now, do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Ardar.
If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse?
We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron. This looks familiar.
Talion killed a nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you turn my love in, I shall swear I killed Lord Asgon when he attacked me. We shall both sacrifice our lives to Gondor.
Okay. Loading, loading, loading. There we go. Unlocking Forge Towers unlocks the Wraith's memories. This unlocks new missions, collectible locations on the map, and Mirian. So basically, watchtowers, unfog the map. Whee!
Son, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
Eh. Ah!
The Black Hand wanted them all dead!
Ow. Stop messing up my...
You will suffer for what you've done!
There we go.
Go back to him.
Come here, you.
Suffer me now!
What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend. Made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had. Swears he fought him. of grog. To Gimu the slaver.
These are the captains of Sauron's army. They appear as shadows because you don't know yet their identity. By interrogating enemies, you can uncover valuable information about these captains. Press X to learn the identity of this one. You have learned Gimub's identity. This will help you hunt him down. His title, the Slaver, gives you clues about his role in Uruk society. You've also learned his power rating. This gives you an indication of how difficult he will be to defeat. The power rating also determines your rewards for defeating him. Rewards include runes to upgrade your weapons, and increasing your own power to unlock new ability tiers. The map and objective shows you where this captain can be located. Press X to mark your target.
That is where we have to go.
If one can trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
Gold icons advance the story. Red icons display power struggles where Uruks compete for status. Reward power to unlock new ability tiers. White icons represent side missions and collectibles. Reward Mirian to purchase upgrades. You have 2 available main missions. The Slaver. Save the humans trapped within Mordor and find the Black Captains. The Spirit of Mordor. Learn more about Uruk society and take down Sauron's army from within. Mirian. These coins were minted by the elven smiths of Eregion, and Mirian became the currency of that realm, prized throughout Middle-earth. As with the Ithilden, Star Moon, with which they marked their doors, Mirian was wrought from Mithril, which they traded with the dwarves for. The currency would commonly be traded between the races at locations such as the Market of Khazad-dûm. To honor the dwarves, Mirian pieces featured Durin's Door on one side and its Great Forge on the other. In the Second Age, the Dark Lord Sauron relentlessly sought the destruction of Mirian, and now the coins are supremely rare relics of a long-dead kingdom. This is basically the Codex. A land of shadow and the home of the second Dark Lord of Middle-earth, Sauron. Mordor beckons to spirits and calls dark things to its twisted heart. It is home to many monstrous creatures, among them Caragors, Graugs, and the Ungol, monsters neither the Uruks nor their Dark Lord have tamed. Its burning heart, Orodruin, currently lays dormant. That's Mount Doom, in case you're wondering. It has been still for thousands of years. Sauron's fortress, Barad-dûr, has not been fully razed, and it's cloaked from sight by a dark shroud. The Uruks have seized all of Mordor from the Black Gate to Nirn, hundreds of miles to the south. Many innocent people have been trapped with little hope to escape. Nirn. Morannon. The Black Gate of Mordor is a formidable defensive structure that spans the gap between Mordor's Ered Lithui, Ash Mountains, and the Ethel Duath, Mountains of Shadow. It has, alternatively, protected Mordor from Gondorian invasion and Gondor from Mordor. Its walls are built of stone and are impregnable. The magnificent structure was created during the Second Age by the Dark Lord Sauron's forces using the power of the One Ring. Later, after Sauron's defeat at the Battle of Dagorlad, Gondorians used prison labor to construct the Towers of the Teeth, Narcost and Garcost, on either side of the Great Wall. Rangers of Gondor manned the gate for over 2,000 years, but their numbers have declined dramatically since the Great Plague. Udun. The Valley of Udun is a harsh and unaccommodating land used primarily as a way station for armies with ambitions to breach Mordor or attack it. The sprawling land was once populated by Gondorian outcasts, but is now commanded by the Urks. Udun is bounded by the Black Gate in the north and the Iron Jaws of Karak Angren to the south, defended by the reoccupied stronghold, Durthang, and cut by the imposing Black Road leading to the fortress's ruins of Barad-dûr, where the Dark Lord has retreated after his defeat by the White Council at Dol Guldur. Orodruin, better known as Mount Doom, is the greatest volcano in Middle-earth, and it is the fiery heart of Sauron's realm. It was the Samath Nar, chambers of fire, within the mountain that Sauron forged the One Ring to dominate all of Middle-earth, and this is the only place where it can be unmade. Orodruin has been dormant since the One Ring was cut from Sauron's hand on its very slopes. It will once more burst into flame when Sauron has rebuilt his power in the ruins of Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr, the Dark Tower, has lain in ruins since it was cast down by Gondor after Sauron's defeat at the end of the Second Age. However, as long as Sauron survives, the foundations of Barad-dûr can never be destroyed. It is to these ruins that Sauron has retreated since his return to Mordor. Hidden behind a sorcerous veil, he has begun to rebuild his power for the Great War of the Ring to come.
Because he is a weeb. Just has to sit and hide.
Thank you, Lizzie.
I'm just saying.
Tutorials. Blah, 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 blah. Here we are. People. Talion. A Gondorian ranger, Talion was slaughtered on the Black Gate along with his wife Yorith and his son Dirhal. Talion did not find peace in death, however. He was cursed and resurrected by a powerful wraith who possessed his body and reforged him as an undying spirit of vengeance. Talion's swordsmanship, speed, resistance, and training have all been augmented by the wraith's presence within him, as though he himself possessed the power of one of the great rings. He can view the unseen world, lay his hands on his foes, and exploit their fears or dominate their wills, making him a monster to the monsters. Talion is bound to Mordor, doomed to reside there until he can destroy the Black Captains who murdered his family and face the Dark Lord who commands them. Well, that sucks. Yorith was Talion's wife, Dirhal's mother, and Hallis's daughter. She was born and raised in Minas Tirith, where her father was a guard of the citadel. When she was 19, she and Talion fled Gondor together to build a new life at the frontier of the kingdom. She was killed along with her family by the Black Hand when Sauron returned to Mordor. Dirhal was Talion and Yorith's son. Born and raised on the Black Gate, Dirhal wanted nothing more than to be a ranger like his father and his grandfather before him. It was not to be. He was killed along with his parents by the Black Hand. Gondor controlled the Black Gate for over 2 millennium after Sauron's defeat, with the Rangers keeping watch over Mordor. The Rangers supervised the building of the Towers of the Teeth, standing guard over the Gondorian prisoners who would later escape into Udun and settle there. Over the centuries, the Rangers suffered greatly, their numbers whittled down by a great plague and the invasion by the Easterlings. Eventually, a small but hardened crew stood to man the watch, a brave few who were quickly overwhelmed when Sauron returned. Wraiths. There are many restless spirits within Middle-earth who have not been able to find peace in death. Wights, wraiths, and ghosts of terror. Sauron the Necromancer calls to them all within the borders of Mordor. Should he rebuild his power and be able to command this lost army of the dead, he will be unstoppable. The Uruk is the elite of all the orc breeds. They are grown in huge vats as a leadership caste and are taller, stronger, better able to withstand daylight, and more ill-tempered than the other lesser orcs. They are captains and commanders, bred for war and determined to take back their homeland for the Dark Lord Sauron. They impose their will with brute force. They hate beautiful things, will not admit to any fears, revel in slaughter, and enslave any who stand in their path. They are certain that their Dark Lord has returned to lead them to their destiny as the rulers of Middle-earth. The Hammer was once a man, a stretcher bearer for Gondor dedicated to retrieving the wounded. His life changed on the slopes of Mount Doom when he retrieved Sauron's mace after the Dark Lord fell. When he took up the weapon of Sauron, he realized that his life had been wasted in saving others who sought glory in battle. If men wished to die gloriously in battle, he would grant their wish with pleasure. He became doomed to a bloodlust that would never be sated. He has waited millennium for the Dark Lord's return to Mordor, and now his purpose has been revealed to him. As the tower's evil has grown, so has his stature. He is trapped inside his armor that will not grow with him, and his agony is exquisite. He was once a Númenórean, and as he can recall, he either built a tower or was locked inside one. His appearance is horrific. To stand near him is to feel the revulsion he feels for himself. Even his fellow captains despise the tower, although they have come to rely on his great corrupting evil. His propensity for slaughter is unmatched. He makes his victims feel his pain, and he revels in it. The Black Hand is the greatest and the most feared of the Black Captains. His mere presence on the battlefield spreads terror among his foes and servants alike. Some say he was once a great king from the east who brought Sauron the heads of 2 Astari as gifts. Others say he returned across the seas with Sauron after the fall of Númenor. Still others claim that he is the Dark Lord himself, once again taking fair form within Mordor. There are many stories of his origins. All of them are lies. The only things which are certain is that he is the master of deceit, and that he serves his Dark Lord with absolute loyalty. The Talons are the elite personal guard of the Black Hand of Sauron. The Black Hand was schooled in sorcerous arts on the side of at the side of the Necromancer, and he personally draws forth the Talons from their spawning vats at Barad-dûr. They are tested in battle immediately after they are dragged, screaming, into a world of anger, hatred, and fury. There are always 5 Talons, and whenever one falls in battle, his body is returned to the vats, where his death can feed the creation of his successor. If his corpse cannot be successfully carried back to Barad-dûr, then the remaining Talons are sacrificed in his stead. Well, that's peachy. Weapons and runes. I apparently have one for my dagger. I got Grave Walker. Increases the morale effect on enemies when they witness a captain die. Brutalized stealth kills cause additional terror. I think I'll do this one for now. Yep. Okay. And with that, I think I'll end the video here.
The world has changed. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed. This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
I can already tell next-gen consoles are able to kind of run this a little smoother. As you can see, there were a bit of loading times, and some of the graphics are a little not up to polish. But I'm still looking forward to playing this. And we'll continue to play it in the next video. If you like this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time.